let's look at your customer journey. I want to talk. Let's talk about that for a minute. So, what is Shay's customer journey in terms of what does your customer journey look like in terms of getting clients? Somebody who either knows you or don't know you. How do they go from I'm discovering Shay to becoming a paying client? What does that look like for you?
They discovering that Shay is not all about the money. She's about really getting
No, pause it. So not like their perception, more like the path. Like in terms of like a flow chart. So give me the flow chart between when somebody comes into your world all the way until they become a client. I'm talking about what if I told you to draw out on a whiteboard, how do you get clients? What would that look like?
Build a relationship with them.
All right. So, well, yes, but all right. So let me tell you where I'm going with this. Right? So you got to have your path in terms of all roads lead to appointments. You've heard me say that before, right? Mm-hmm. So you need to know what your customer journey looks like. So because you're not running ads right now, are you running ads? You're not running ads, right?
Mm-hmm. No.
So your customer journey is people are going to discover you organically some type of way, right? So what that could look like is I'm posting in Facebook groups. People from Facebook groups are following me. When they follow me and they engage, when they follow me, let's just say when they follow me at a minimum, I reach out to them. A certain percentage of once I reach out to them, then I have conversations, and then from a conversation, I take them to an appointment. From an appointment, they become a client. That's the customer journey. And the reason that's important is because if you know your customer journey, then you know what needs to happen for you to get clients.
But I need the only thing that was with organically, and I consistently do it. I'm only getting people that know me already. I literally have most of these people's phone numbers or. I love
it. So pause right there, right? The reason. So that's the point. Is what are you doing to draw and get in front of new people discovering you? That's a big piece. So if you look at me, I'm running ads, right? But I can afford to run ads, right? So I can afford to run ads. When I wasn't running ads, what I was doing is, which I'm still doing today, is I'm following people, right? I'm engaging and following people that I don't know. So my strategy is, which I'm still doing today, which is I'm engaging with X amount of people every day. That engagement is going to draw a certain amount of followers every day. Those followers are going to lead to a certain amount of appointments every day. Those appointments are going to lead to a certain amount of calls every day. Those calls are going to lead to a certain amount of clients. So for me, it's outward, or I don't know how I should say it, but outbound engagement, basically, right? So I go from outbound engagement, right, to conversations, to appointments, to clients. So that's my organic customer strategy. There's people who have their customer strategy is I want to go into Facebook groups, and I engage in those Facebook groups and get clients. I run ads to discover new people. You feel what I'm saying? So
ideally, to get to that point of the running the ads part, like what do ideally I need to have? Do you recommend?
To run ads, you need time to create ads, test it. If you're going to be doing it yourself, you need to learn how to do ads. You need to, you got to have a certain set budget that you can't get mad at if you lose it, right? Because
What's the recommended?
$20 a day. Technically they say you could do $5 a day, but I would say at least $10 to $20 a day. For me, I want to get faster results, so I'll probably try to do $20 a day, but you can start off with $10 a day, which is $300 a month. You can test 2 ads because you always want to test, because you don't know. There's nobody in the world who can tell you this ad is going to work for a fact. There's nobody who can tell you that, right? Because people, they don't know. So people click on things for different reasons. So you need to always be testing. So ads is a big testing thing. Now you might realize, to get somebody to book an appointment with me, or get somebody to, I would say get somebody to book an appointment with me, or if you want to do the Facebook group route thing, you can do the Facebook group route, which is also what I'm doing. So either way, you might say it's $5 every time I spend, $5, I get somebody to, to book an appointment with me. At this point, your closing percentage is 50%. Half the people you get on the phone with, you can probably get to become clients. I'll easily spend $500 a month, $1,000 a month. If I spend $500 a month and I'm getting $5 per click, $5 per opt-in, or to book an appointment, easily that's 100 people, right? So it becomes math at that point. But the thing with ads is that it takes testing, and I guess that's really what it comes down to. People think like ads is just gonna solve everything. It's not. If you don't have, that's why I asked you, like, what is your process, like what is your system? Because ads is you're just gonna waste money if you don't have a system. So the system, you feel what I'm saying? So the system needs to be, if it's gonna be ads, you're doing ads to a landing page where they opt in, to a thank you page where they can book an appointment, to your calendar. Okay, cool. But if that's what it's gonna be, then that's what you create, and then just realize that once you start getting your mojo, then things will start getting better. You know what I mean? But I would say test it if you got the bread to do it. Other than that, the organic way to get new people is you got to be following new people, and you got to be engaging with new people. Right, because typically human behavior is, if somebody comments or if somebody likes, not everybody, or unless they like a bunch of stuff or a couple things, but typically if somebody follows you, or if you're getting people who are liking a couple things and commenting, usually a lot of times they'll check out your page. And if your page is fire and it's directly relevant to what they're looking for, they'll follow you. And then that's what kicks off the process in terms of conversations and DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in my case, because because my central point is the group on Instagram, what I'm doing is I'm having those same exact conversations that I tell y'all to have, but instead of telling them to book an appointment, I'm telling them to go to my Facebook page. Right? And that's where we have the conversations. Only because I don't want to have duplicate conversations, because a lot of people follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and it's going to seem hella weird that I just had the exact conversation with you on Instagram, and then now I follow you on Facebook and you asking me the same questions. So that's why I'm kind of doing it that way. But just continue to follow that process. You know what I mean? But either if it's you or if you got an assistant, you have an assistant yet? No, right? No. Oh, but this social media manager that you got, right? So is that included? Can they follow people for you?
That can do that in time. Yeah. First, we're gonna start doing the package. They do have engagement included. They have engagement. You can add on services. They can do engagement for you. They can do.
I would make that. Several things. That would be my main priority. Even if it's like, how can we switch this packet around? Like, I don't need you posting for me 3 times a day. Post for me once a day and give me that, and because that's gonna grow your followers, and that's going to give you fresh people to talk to. Hey, there you go, bingo, right? And you remember, like, when you were getting clients, like getting like left and right, it was because you had a lot of leads, you had a lot of appointments, you was on the phone with a lot of people, right? The only reason it dried up is because you don't have a fresh abundance of new people discovering you. You know what I mean? So like that's the point in the chain, right? That we gotta fix, right? And AKA your process. That's the point of your process that needs to be fixed. Because once somebody gets on the phone with you, like, you know, you're good on the phone, and like I have no doubt you'll be enrolling people to talk to you. But it's like that's like nobody passing Shaq the ball. Like, yo, just give him the ball in the paint. He gonna dunk it. He gonna make the shot. You know what I'm saying? But nobody passing. You know, you ain't getting the ball passed to you, so you can't score.